the kind of issues that have been raised by the issues of direct and indirect primaries in the APC. Joining me from our Abuja studio to dissect these issues for us tonight, my panel, Honorable Pt.1, a chieftain of the APC, a former lawmaker, and a political analyst, Mr. Kayode Ogundamisi. Both of them will be talking about this from our Abuja studio tonight. Thank you so much for coming on the program tonight. Let me begin with you, Honorable Pt.1. The issue in Lagos is a clear example of how far the controversies can go when an incumbent governor is not certain of getting a ticket, and we are hearing how things are happening and happening so fast up to the last minute before we got on the show. What do you make of what is happening in the APC?
I think this is democracy in action. APC had promised change, and that change has arrived, and it is being demonstrated and remonstrated in all its ramifications, colors, and in all shades. As you will believe, and you can see, if Lagos is the birth, indeed, the very fulcrum upon which APC was built, especially for Western Nigeria, that is the Western zone, then you will agree that what is happening in Lagos is just, for us, an example of what APC means by change. First, it is that APC has become, for Nigeria, an example of a democratic state and a party. For an incumbent who is done so much in continuation from the days of the Jagaban himself through Fashola up to this moment, and the monumental effects of the APC manifesto that is being demonstrated in Lagos, you will agree with me that if he is having challenges from and challengers from within the party, then it shows that the doors are open for anyone, whether it is direct or indirect primaries. And people are beginning to make so much hue and cry about what is direct and indirect. For us, the direct primaries, as was recommended by NEC before democracy took its course and it became open to all states to take decisions, it was clear that direct primaries will give you 40% of your electoral mileage. That is to say that if in every ward, every participant or every member of the party participates, that means that he will go ahead to vote during the general elections for you. That was the sense and the spirit behind the direct and indirect, enshrined in Article 20, sub 3 of the party constitution. Even though consensus was added in order to avoid friction in some circumstances, but essentially, direct and indirect primaries were recommended in order that circumstances may dictate. And that is why Lagos State, taking the front burner and being the #1 state in terms of implementation of APC manifesto and credo, will definitely lead the way throughout this period. Right. And I think other states will have to take a cue from there.
Honorable Obun,
Nigerians must have to learn
the kind of internal wranglings that we are hearing in the APC in Lagos. Let me allow Kayode Ogundamisi to weigh in here. Kayode, did you see this coming? Especially, usually in political conventions, in political internal runnings of parties, there is what they call the benefit of forced refusal for incumbents, and the kind of things that are happening in the APC in Lagos. What we hear is happening between the leader of the party and the governor. Did you see this coming?
Well, Lagos is a very unique state. Since 1999 till date, we all know there's been a political godfather in Lagos that's got a massive influence. And the party from AD metamorphosing to APC, there's been internal democratic struggles. So the contradictions in trying to resolve the internal politics and internal democratic struggle is what you're seeing now, where the different trends within these political platforms are now coming out to challenge whoever is the political godfather and to say, you know, we have a right to contest. And I think the mistake is that they never display this opposition before election. They wait till election time before they show their grievances. If over time political parties, the APC in Lagos in particular, have challenged the status quo and bring it out in the open and resolve the crisis from within, then you will probably have a consensus candidate at this point in time. But I think it's also good for our democracy that incumbents should not think they have automatic ticket to grab the party's ticket by the time of the election. I wish this would be translated in all states of the federation, where incumbent governors, incumbent local government chairmen, incumbent House of Reps or Senate members will be on their toes, because they will know that trends within the political platforms will be able to challenge them. What we should be asking is the outcome of the primaries. If the APC does not manage the conflict in Lagos that we are seeing in different trends contesting against the executive governor, the beneficiary might be the opposition party. So how they resolve the fairness in the election and the transparency will determine the outcome, and how they manage it will now determine if they are going to be able to win in 2019.
We'll go for our first break, Cowdy. But is it that Lagos APC is shooting itself in the foot with what is happening, the kind of crisis? We've seen this happen in the APC or the ACN at that time between the leader of the party and the former governor at that time. Just quickly, in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think the crisis within the APC is that there is always a cry that it is not as democratic enough as it should be, that internal democracy is absent, that before you want to contest for any position, there's the politics of, in Yorubas who say, Baba Sokwe, the godfather has spoken. And that is not democracy. Democracy should be about party members and non-party members within the community. So this is a good development. Maybe those who wield political influence in Lagos will see it as a sign to give power back to the party members and the different trends within the political platform.